Xavi sued journalist for reporting false news. According to sources from Marca, coach Xavi Hernandez sued journalists Manuel Jabois and Javier Miguel for spreading false information about him. Specifically, the two journalists mentioned above criticized and labeled Barca as the clown of the Champions League. After an important victory against Napoli to qualify for the quarter-finals, Xavi spoke up. "I told the players to calm down. No one will leave today. The press said we were the best clowns in the Champions League. They criticize unfairly." Journalist Manuel Jabois then spoke up. "It's Xavi, but I won't tell you why, it's private. He texted and it was quite dirty. Why didn't he tell us directly?" However, Jabois' answers made Xavi unhappy and thereby sparked a legal battle. The horse returns to Ligue One. Many speculate that Anthony Martial will leave this summer, after his contract with Man United ends. This season, Martial has become a redundant player at Man United with little time on the field and many more friends in his hospital bed. Currently, the Red Devils are not too interested in keeping the French star. Recently, journalist Jonathan Johnson said that this striker has the ability to return to Ligue One to revive his career. Anthony Martial has long been expected to leave Man United on a free transfer next summer. His career appears to be at a crossroads at the moment, but after growing up in Lyon, many think that Martial could bounce back and revive his career with one of Lyon's top clubs. Ligue 1. UEFA considers increasing the number of players participating in Euro 2024. Recently, UEFA announced that it is listening to the suggestions of national team coaches and is considering increasing the number of participating players for each team from 23 to 26. Ronald Koeman, coach of the Netherlands team, said, "Knowing that with today's tight schedule and high risk of injury, having only 23 players as traditionally is completely unreasonable." England coach Gareth Southgate also agrees with this statement, but it is still unclear how many coaches among the 24 teams participating in the Euro 2024 finals agree with increasing the number of players participating. Revealing the perfect candidate to replace Mohamed Salah, not Rodrigo as many rumoured, recently Liverpool legend Mark Renson said there is another name much more suitable to replace Mohamed Salah. The person mentioned is Jarrod Bowen, a player on the West Ham payroll. He said, "Jarrod Bowen comes to Liverpool with great potential. He can play in all three positions in attack. Liverpool may not be able to find another Mohamed Salah, but I think Bowen is a good signing for the club because in addition to attacking, he also often drops back into defence." Bowen has made 7 appearances for the Three Lions so far and is in good form for West Ham this season, scoring 14 goals and providing 3 assists in 28 Premier League games. Arsenal faces difficulties before the big match with Man City. Bukayo Saka left the national team early because of a minor hamstring problem. It didn't seem like it would take too long to recover, but recently the English striker announced information that made fans worried. Specifically, Saka's injury seems to have become more serious and the English striker's physical strength is not enough to play. If this really happens, it will be a nightmare because the player on the opposite flank, Martinelli, is no longer able to play. The Brazilian striker was also unable to play in the last 2 friendly matches against England and Spain in an important match of the season. The absence of key players will be a headache for coach Mikel Arteta. AC Milan CEO Furlani wants to keep 16-year-old prodigy Francesco Camarda. "We want Francesco Camarda to stay with us. I'm sure he wants to stay." It is known that the striker born in 2008 had an impressive season at the AC Milan youth level, scoring 12 goals and providing for assists in 30 appearances. Camarda's talent has attracted the attention of many clubs. There is even information that an unnamed team is willing to spend €10 million to get Camarda's services. But with Furlani's statements, it is almost unlikely that Camarda will leave the team in the near future. Former Man United midfielder Marouane Fellaini shared about the worst season of his career. He joined the Old Trafford team in 2013 and spent 6 years contributing to the Red Devils. The first season could be considered disappointing for the Belgian midfielder, as he only appeared in 21 matches in all competitions. Speaking to MUTV, Fellaini said, "The first year at Manchester United was very difficult for me because I was the first to sign a contract after Alex Ferguson, and it was not easy. I always say that the first year was very difficult for me and the whole team. We had a terrible season, it was a nightmare for many months, It was not easy at all, and when you get into this situation it takes you a while to get out.